Morning friends, Middle-Aged Noob here again with another guest replay, again Markbug from the Cue Ball clan. You're not seeing many of my games these days because I'm actually not playing that much. Playing no more than about once a week, a few games. Found that I was devoting too much time, frankly, to this game and not enough time to other things in my life. But nevertheless, I'm still playing a little bit and I'm happy to do reviews of replays, including this one. So, Markbug. T71 DA, Tier 7 game, top tier light tank DA. Very, very nice fighting light tank. This is a great opportunity to see what this tank is capable of. 6-shot autoloader, decent penetration, decent damage. A little slow on the reload, not exactly the stealthiest light tank, but nevertheless a very, very nice tank to play. And Markbug's going to show us what it's capable of here. Looking at the mini-map, we can see that Markbug's team is on a lemming rush up the peninsula, which in my mind is probably the worst thing you can possibly do on this map. There was a guy who did replay reviews many years ago, a guy by the name of Zevin, and he used to like to talk about speed on maps. There are fast parts of the map and there are slow parts of the map. And what you want to do is you want to defend the slow parts of the map where progress tends to be slow, and you want to aggressively push the fast parts of the map. Because then what you can do is if you win you quickly win the fast side, and you're able to pincer the slow side of the map. That's the exact opposite of what Markbug's team here is doing. They are pushing the slow side and they are sacrificing the fast side. Recipe for disaster. So Markbug is in a really nice matchup here. Facing tier 5s in the DA is very pleasant. The gun is already not so bad. Against tier 5s it does even better. Doesn't really have that much difficulty penetrating tier 5 and even tier 6 tanks. So good situation for Mark. So the guns are even, and according to the mini-map, or the console, Markbug's team is even up a few hit points. But positionally, I can't say that I'm really happy with Markbug's team's position. As you can see, the reds are now coming down the one line. The greens have not been able to progress that rapidly on the peninsula. And, we're going to see how that works out for Markbug's team. He had been playing the mid up until now, which is something that I like to do as well. Early on in this game, there's not a heck of a lot for a light tank to be able to do. You're not a ridge fighter. The vision game isn't that critical because people are fighting over ridges, so it can be very difficult to do very well in a light tank to begin with in this on this map. So Markbug's team looks like they're still up on hit points, but they're definitely down on guns now. And things are not looking good on this side of the map. So Markbug's team is starting to wake up to the threat on this side of the map and are starting to send some forces back. Let's see if it's going to be enough to turn the tide. IS-2. Markbug takes a shot. You can see what I mean about the gun. Here he is shooting at the IS-2 in the turret and is able to penetrate with standard rounds. Now the IS-2 isn't the most heavily armored heavy tank in the world, it's true, but nevertheless does show what this gun is capable of. So 9-3, two tanks on cap. Not anymore. This is definitely not looking good for our hero's team. There goes the T3485M. 28105 gets his comeuppance here, but not without getting a nice chunk of ram into him. All of Markbug's team on the peninsula is now dead, so they can expect to have more people coming from that side as well. Down 4 tanks, down 1,200 hit points on the display now. It did pull it back a little bit. The Thunderbolt's able to take that IS-2 down. But look at those forces pushing in from the peninsula now. I think Markbug might have noticed that shell tracer, and he's probably aware that there's a sneaky artillery with a W key up here somewhere. There he is. Ooh, nice ammo rack. It's always nice to save a round or two by ammo racking. Starting to pull it back a little bit more. The defense perimeter that his team has erected seems to be holding off the Reds. Not really sure what Markbug's planning now. Well, he's got something to worry about right here, this Wolverine. Nice tracking shot, gets below him, stays below the ability of that Su-85 to shoot him, takes out the Wolverine. Very, very, very nice. Beautiful example of what the DA is capable of doing. So Markbug knows that Su-85 is still over there, so is he going to hunt that? What's left? The Su-85, the Leopard, and the Panther. Got a pretty good idea where all three of those tanks are. And then there's just Artie. There's the Su-85. He did move, and he was laying in weight of Markbug. And does put 2 into him, which is maybe not Markbug's best use of hit points. Down to 180. But that's enough certainly for the Leopard and the Artie. The Leopard does take out the T71/2, so now it is Markbug all alone, but still not all that bad. He's already got his top gun, and if he can take these 2 tanks down, it's the Radley Walters. I don't think I'm giving anything away to let you know that he does in fact successfully do that, since it is in the title of the video. So I think we can expect that the Leopard's now on cap. Markbug's got to decide hunting Artie or go back for the Leopard. He's got 1:27, all the time in the world. Now the Leopard has a pretty good idea where Markbug was last seen, so he's probably setting up to ambush Markbug when he comes around the corner. So quite sensibly, Markbug decides to take a different approach. 1:09, full clip. No problem time-wise. It's going to go around the back door. Really, I don't know that it's a good move on this Leopard's part to try and do this. Trying to cap out is generally a bad idea. All it really does is give away your position. Passes the initiative over to the enemy. And you're going to see Markbug take full advantage of that fact here. Little backup so that he can escape quickly if he needs to, but also to arrange that his gun gets across fastest. There's the Leopard looking the wrong way. Manages to get a couple of shots off, but hide from Artie. Now it's just Artie hunting. I'm going to speed things up just a little bit here. T25-2 says capture the base. I don't know why you would do that. I mean, sure, if you can't find Artie, then yeah, you might want to try and capture the base. But typically on this map, whoa, don't get yourself killed. Don't roll yourself over. Typically Artie on this map is going to be hanging around cap anyway. If they got binos and a camo net, they might be able to outspot you. So not necessarily a good idea to try and cap it out if you don't know where the Artie is. Once again, Markbug's taking a safe approach. Trying to keep as much soft cover between him and cap as possible. Ooh, unfortunate knocking down a tree. Happens to everybody though. Still hasn't seen, and his own sixth sense hasn't gone off. Trying to make the safest possible approach. And there we go. And there we go. 8 kills, Radley Walter, come from behind victory. Very, very, very nice. Well done, Markbug. Well done. So let's take a look at the end plates. Victory, of course. Ace Tanker, what a surprise. Pascucci's, Radley Walters, Defender, High Caliber, Top Gun. 2,900, almost 3,000 in damage, and only 575 in assist. But this is a combat light tank, and in a top tier match. 1421 in XP, more than twice what anyone else on his team does. So that's an indication of a carry. Made some very nice profits. Action mission payout. Didn't have to shoot a lot of gold. Top tier tank. So all in all, a really, really good game. Thank you very much, Markbug, for sending it in. Great demonstration of the power of the T71 DA. One of my favorite tanks, and clearly one of yours as well. Anyway, that's it for me. Thanks for tuning in. I'm happy to review other videos. Hope to see you on the battlefield. Good luck. Have fun.